Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our podcasts where we speak about the very most important things which happen inside ourselves. And sometimes you can arrive to confusion. A confusion means that you would like to see something or live in a certain world that you imagine, which would be perfect. And on the other side, you see the hard reality, which is completely different from your own picture. Yet, you don't have to worry because this is just a one stop. Imagine that you're traveling from one place to another and you take a bus, and the bus has to take many stops to pick up other travelers. So this is just one from the moments where you stop for a while waiting for others to join, and then you continue. Having this example with traveling, it's important to know where your destiny is. If your goal is still here on planet Earth, then sometimes or very often you can worry about things in your life like your job, your relationships, what you have, what you don't have, who you are, where you are, if you do what you wish to do, and so many different other things. What do you wear, with whom you spend your time, and so on. All this is or can be your worries in case the destiny is still here on planet Earth. Because there are two possible ways. One is that you accept and you understand that you came here from a different place than the planet Earth, which you would probably agree with me, because you were born here, but you were not created here as your soul, I mean. And at the very same time, once you leave this place, you are leaving it for a different space or a place. So you leave the planet Earth. And so your stay here is question of a short time, let's say. Some of us stay here for 50, 60, 80 years. Some creatures can stay longer, like 100, 200, 1000, and so on. But no matter what, your time here is somehow limited. So it would be kind of wasting, in my own opinion, if your goal of journey would still remain here on this planet Earth. Let me explain again. If you travel from somewhere and you arrive here, then you spend some time here, and then you go somewhere else. Why your own goals should be only created with this single planet? It wouldn't make a real sense. So if you look at on your life from this bigger perspective, you can clearly see that having goals only connected with this life, meaning with this life on this planet, could be a little bit short, not big enough for what you are capable of. If your goal is just to build a house, it's still here. You can reach it, but it doesn't go very far from where you can go. If your goal is to just travel from one place to another and to visit as many countries as possible, it's a good goal, but it's still a very small goal. it's still connected with this planet, and it really doesn't move you very much forward. If your goal is connected with a family, let's say, you want to have kids, create a nice home, have a good time with your family, it's a nice goal, but it's still connected with this time and pleasure here. And I can continue on and on. For example, you want to build a career or a company. Still, your goal is not very far from here. It just takes an amount of effort, years, and energy, so you can build your dreams, but all which you build stays here. Once you die, it's over. Your company can, of course, remain and produce for next generations, and that would be great, but you can't enjoy anymore being a director or part of your great company once you are dead. So all those goals which I mentioned as examples, all of them are very much connected with this time and especially with this place. But it should be, or could be, if you decide, a bit different. Probably you can have higher goals connected with much farther distances than with just where you are. Why not to have a goal to be able to travel to the other dimension? Why not have a goal to encompass all of these limitations which are here and to become bigger than those limitations? Why your goal isn't, for example, to become a fully opened and mind-opened being, a creature which is more close to, let's say, angels? Why your goal isn't to become immortal or not dependent to food, let's say? Because food, for example, makes us dependent on the resources here very much. And I can continue on and on. What I wanted to establish for today is for you the two dimensions of thinking about your life. First is connected with the goals that are reachable within the planet Earth, and start in moment you are born, and your mission ends at the moment of your death. So you can't enjoy any of those after your death. While on the other hand, if you set up your mind and if you set up your mission to focus on something bigger and something that can last even after your death, why not to focus on something which encompasses all of these limitations, which can really move you farther without having the fear of death? So with this different perspective, you can think like, what kind of being am I at the moment, right here, right now? What kind of journey I've already made from the moment I was born in this life until now, and what kind of trip I can still do to reach my imagination of me being the greatest creature I can ever be, without any limits, connected with this planet, and what's more, being not just free will being, but to be completely free from everything else. So I hope that you understood the differences between the goals you can set yourself. And of course, if we now put it into practice in our daily life, and when we speak about things and stuff that makes us upset or angry, and where our imagination doesn't meet the reality, and it comes and crashes with the reality, and we find ourselves hopeless and so on. The big picture really helps you to overcome these difficult moments, because if you head only towards those goals connected with this planet, then your suffering will be much bigger and much longer, because your unhappiness will be much deeper and last much longer. However, if your goals will be bigger than just this one lifetime connected with this planet, if this will, your goals, if they will be connected to your life as an being which is immortal, then the small things that happen around you and the stupidity of people who are just heading towards the small goals will not affect you so much and so often. So here it is. Here you have two ways how you can view your life and how you can set up your goals. Which one you choose to follow, it's absolutely up to you. Of course, the world around you, the media and the system of education will force you or teach you more about the first kind of world, the world made of goals which are only and strictly connected to this planet, and which always finish at the time of your death. But if you are open-minded, if you search for more, you will find books and resources that will show you that your life is much bigger and has much greater importance than just anything which can be offered to you on this single planet. And now here I can continue with the connection to the planet, because if people are very much connected with the goals here, they sometimes act very selfishly towards the resources of planet Earth. And in the end, the whole planet suffers. And it's only the result of people's selfishness and hunger for more. If you set your goals higher, there will be no hunger for more, and every system and all the planet, and especially your life, will become balanced again. So all is connected. What is happening in your mind, what is running through your head, is very much connected with what's happening here on Earth. And I am not speaking that if you turn, everything changes. It's a question of millions and billions of people. But you are responsible just for your own self. So don't care very much about the others. Set the goals for your own self. And then, what's next? Of course, start to follow your goals. So thank you for listening today. As always, I hope it was helpful. I am pretty much sure that it was not easy to follow. Perhaps a kind of content that you would not meet online on a daily basis. However, it's still very much important to understand and to be able to recognize, because only this can really make you really free. So thank you for listening. Have a great time, and I'm looking forward to meet you here next time again.